Roblox Doors is just one of those games where you have one mission only, and that's to get to the end without dying. But with its enclosed gameplay style, that doesn't leave too much room for exploration. But today, we'll be changing that thanks to the developers for being able to grant me the map files for the game. Are you ready? Because these are 7 things you've never seen in Roblox Doors. Comment below which you found the most interesting, and let's get this party started. Number 1, boarded walkway. Right within the spawning lobby where you first end up spawning in, there are many rather interesting secrets in the room within. One of which containing the small part of the lobby that is all boarded up. We can see it does contain some seek eyes and nothing else but darkness, but boy are you wrong. If we take a sneak peek at the map file, we can notice something even bigger is going on, such as this random black goop on the bottom becoming more pronounced, possibly showing that Seek was influenced by this. Going past the walls lies something even bigger, as right past the floating Seek eyes, we can notice a secret door lying behind here that is simply unlabeled. Could this actually be the entrance to floor 2 once it comes out? It may as well could be when the game updates in the future. Oh, and someone left a silly Amogus inside the closet for some reason, so that's pretty sus if you ask me. Number 2, beyond the doors. Also, within the lobby, another point of interest are these doors, which us normal players are never able to get past, no matter what type of interesting things may be going on beyond them. In the front lobby, one can notice a very strange presence of force that is making the bridge float towards the front, and also, you can't forget about that iconic Five Nights at Freddy's ambiance sound as well through this one. But what could possibly lie behind these doors? Something interesting? Well, taking a peek past the doors in the map files, we can notice not only a closer look at the bridge falling apart and floating in mid-air, but actual parts of the ground connected to the hotel are also breaking up into major chunks. You can kind of notice this in game, but it's a bit hard to tell with a smaller screen. As for the FNAF door and what lies behind it, well, it's just a ledge, funnily enough, but it could be used as an extension if needed in a future update. Number 3, entity spawns. Unless if you really try and stay behind the pack at the risk of getting glitched every single time, you've probably never been able to see an entity spawn with your very eyes. And let me tell ya, it's definitely a crazy experience. And no, I'm not talking about Seek or Figure, you've probably seen those spawns a lot. We're talking about Rush and Ambush here. Rainstar was able to successfully complete the Seek chase glitch by hiding in the corner, but as Seek was backtracking, Ambush just randomly spawns in with its orange and green aura, eats Seek, and proceeds to oop the player as well. It seems that the spawn of the entity is just a sudden emergence for Ambush, but is Rush any different? Rush actually has a cooler spawn animation thanks to NC as the entity fades into existence with its spine-chilling scream and starts to make its rounds through the rooms. He kind of flickers when he first spawns into the level, which is a bit strange, but it's his way of making his presence known, I guess. As for the other entities, you all pretty much know how they spawn, those are self-explanatory. Number 4, Bacon Statue. Everybody already knows about the biggest statue in the game, which is this one in the courtyard featuring an angelic avatar holding a sword. I personally labeled this as the Guardian statue, but what about this Bacon statue that is just chilling within the library? Yeah, you guys may have seen it, but 99% of you haven't noticed that there is a little text on it that simply says, "Awesome Tony." Like what? Who exactly is Tony? And why do they have a statue of this random bacon right inside the library? A quick search within the Elsplash group on Roblox doesn't seem to reveal any people with a similar name, so I guess this is another big mystery to solve in the future that could be tied into the lore of the game. Number 5, Fiery Ambush. It's pretty much common knowledge how Ambush works and its effects do as well, and that no other entities are able to spawn in during the Seek chase. But what would happen if one of the entities bugged out and did decide to spawn in, mixing with all the hands and fire in the process? Starting off with Ambush, with the strange aura effect on the walls, if the entity somehow manages to spawn through this section of the Seek chase, you would actually turn the burning chandeliers into a cool purple effect. Though, this could actually bug the game out if it did happen. Unfortunately, Ambush is the only entity that is able to do this cool effect. Number 6, Entity POVs. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to be inside the mind of the entities within the game, and wondered what the world would be like to be able to see through their own eyes? Well, this is an interesting approach, but zooming into the character models will give each their own perspective of what the world looks like on their own unique design. Rush, for instance, is completely black due to the particles surrounding him, but he's able to see the room in an X-ray type of view as he rushes right through the rooms trying to catch the players. Ambush has a pretty similar effect as well, but his features a green glitchy haze that constantly jitters around as he moves really fast between the rooms compared to Rush. Seek's is strange due to his eyelid being so big, but you can see that moving around on the bottom with the slight red aura coloring the room is pretty interesting. Pulse is definitely the coolest in my opinion, especially as his blue texture swirls around his eyes, which creates this really cool vortex look around the room when he moves. As for eyes, it's a bit buggy, but his vision fades in and out with a random pulsation of blue and red fading in and out with darkness. Very trippy. Glitches is equally as trippy as well, especially with all the glitch particles being surrounded by the entity and his glitchy hair being in the way. Screech, on the other hand, well, it's pretty much normal. And as for Figure, well, he's blind, but he can still sense the room with echolocation and using his hearing senses, so he can tell where he is in the library or also near the elevator near the end as well. Number 7, Sunny Courtyard. As you progress near the end of Roblox doors, most chances you'll run into the peaceful area of the courtyard, but it's always raining with darkness looming around. But in this version within the map models of the game, you can see that this is the same courtyard, but this one instead is all brightened up with the default Roblox sky shining through, giving the whole area a completely different vibe. Makes you wonder why the developers didn't add this version of the courtyard into the game, but which thing did you find the most interesting? Let us know down below, and goodbye.